All right, so this is the state of our sorry brain here after I cut it open. To really preserve something like the brain, you need to actually add some extra formaldehyde into the brain cavity as you're preserving it, and I clearly did not do that here, but we'll see what we can actually find out, and then I'll point it out in the book. But we have our central canal leading into our fourth ventricle here, which is within the medulla oblongata. The third ventricle is kind of up in this region here. And then the cerebellum actually has a hole in itself as well. And oh boy, maybe you'll see that up here, but we can see it on that side, upside down. But that's the cerebellar ventricle up there. The third and fourth ventricles are connected to one another via what's called the cerebral aqueduct. So that's the hole that runs all the way through the middle there. And then up in the front part of the brain here, just before our cerebrum, as it may be, we have our diencephalon. And so the thalamus is the middle part, the epithalamus is the top part, and the hypothalamus is the bottom part. So let's actually look at the picture here. Here we've got our olfactory sac, olfactory bulb, olfactory tract, and that is that terminal nerve that can be sometimes hard to find, but it lies along the olfactory tract. We get back into our cerebral hemispheres here, and our hypophysis is hanging off the bottom, or our pituitary gland. We have, let's see, where are they pointing to? The third ventricle is up in here, and it kind of defines the diencephalon, with the thalamus being the middle part, the hypothalamus being the bottom part, and the epithalamus being the top part. This stalk here, this epiphysis, almost always breaks off when you dissect it, but that's part of the epithalamus. So third ventricle leading into the cerebral aqueduct, leading into the fourth ventricle, leading into the central canal. And then we also have this cerebellar ventricle up here. So hopefully we got better pictures online, but of the brain, but this one did not survive the process very well at all.